Rap, rap. Lucia, shit happened, and people are dead. Alazay and Alphina tell me you have finished the preliminary search for the survivors, but refrain from saying much more than that. Clearly they have reluctant to provide details. May I ask for your account? Sure, I mean, I'll tell you, but people died, dude.
Thank you for your report. We shall inform the troops of these developments and instruct them to proceed with the utmost caution should they encounter any survivors.
Allow me to go and speak with the ones at the victor's spoils. They may be more willing to listen to a fellow Garlean and accept our offer of assistance.
I pray you are right. And though I am loath to burden you any further, should there be an appropriate occasion to speak of Licinia and her sister, please do so.
You mean Slim Shady?
I am sorry to have put you through this.
It's okay, Lucia. You couldn't have known.
My distress is nothing compared to their suffering. So tell me, what else have we learned?
As you may have already heard, we have succeeded in curing the members of the Popularis, Maxima identified. They have provided us with some intriguing insights into the current state of Garlemald.
Okay. Tell me.
The assassination of Emperor Varus was the catalyst for the civil war. Nerva declared his claim to the throne, and his opponents refused to recognize it. Fighting broke out in the capital, where Nerva's Third Legion clashed with the First, who remained loyal to Varus even after his death.
Of course, even Imperial warmongers would balk at the idea of turning their shining city into a battleground. Like burning down the wood to spite the wasps. Neither side would be so mad. Unless something or someone inflamed their animosity to such an extent that they could not help but act against their better judgment.
It's almost like tempering.
It brings to mind events at the Gimlet Dark, does it not? The Emperor's sudden withdrawal from the front lines, specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Nerva and his father, Titus, Varus's then political rival, took advantage of rumors that Crown Prince Xenos had been possessed by a demon.
Elidibus, what better way to disparage your enemies than with the truth, or a close enough approximation?
Fucking Elidibus, dude.
Indeed. But before their accusations could be substantiated, many of Titus's followers were silenced. While some were merely stripped of their status, others died under curious circumstances. One after another, suddenly and suspiciously.
Again, Elidibus. Like as not, he had a hand in it. No evidence was found to implicate Varus, certainly. Nevertheless, Titus, Nerva, and the Third Legion would have judged it a brazen attempt by the Emperor to rid himself of his political enemies. And then, in the midst of this growing turmoil, Varus Sosgalvis is murdered.
Mm-hmm.
And Garlemald's own prodigal son, Gaius van Belsar, is named the murderer.
Mm-hmm.
Shortly thereafter, Nerva claims the right of succession, and in response, the First Legion claims the assassination was part of a coup d'etat orchestrated by Titus and Nerva.
Interesting.
So no one is at fault, and everyone else is to blame.
I should add that both parties received substantial financial backing, presumably to provide them with the means and encouragement to pursue a swift victory, and that these contributions came from the self-same benefactor.
Very interesting.
I'd heard House Brutus had been filling the Third Legion's coffers, but the First as well.
Hey, Casey. You missed
It would
Andy.
seem so. Though the Popularis determined that the First Legion received funds from a variety of organizations, all had connections to House Brutus.
You missed Andy. He was here on his break from work.
So Fandaniel, in the guise of Asahi, was playing both sides against each other the entire time.
Casey, I'm so pumped for Valentine's Day when we watch more Miraculous. And eat Ponce and Lupia.
The information we gained from my friends does not end there. One night, shortly after fighting broke out, the capital was shaken by an immense tremor. From that point onward, they have no memories, no recollection of any events, including our clash on the Magna Glaciers. But when asked about the Imperial Palace and its bizarre transformation, they somehow recall Emperor Varys giving them orders in their dreams. May the Tower of Babel stand as testament to the glory of God.
That's what it is, the Tower of Babel?
This sounds awfully familiar.
Similar to the Tower of Zot. I'm pretty sure Tower of Babel is also Final Fantasy IV reference.
We have something to show you all.
It is. It totally is. The Tower of Babel is the massive tower at the end of the first one. It's like the main. It's the final area in Final Fantasy IV. The final tower. It's true. The Cat Blanc is creepy as fuck.
Varys spoke to them through this radio. Perhaps it was a recording, but if not, that would be inexplicable.
Considering he's dead.
We are of one mind, then.
The ether that permeates the ore used in this device is almost identical to that of the talismans.
I see it. While it is likely more by coincidence than design, these devices might also ward against a primal's influence. A picture is beginning to form. If the tremor felt throughout Garlemald was a wave of ether emitted by a primal, then while those within range would have been tempered, those huddled around a radio desperate for news concerning the Civil War would have been spared.
Interesting.
No wonder Licinia kept it close.
So people fighting on the front lines during the Civil War would have all been tempered, but all the civilians that were cowering in their homes would have been totally fine from the tempering because they were around a radio. Very interesting.
My friends, I must speak with you.
What's up? What'd you do? Did you break
A
something?
young man was caught trying to steal our supplies. He is a soldier of the Iron Men, we think, but one who has not been made thrall.
Oh.
Thankfully, Magni restrained him before blood was spilled. The stranger is outside, if you wish to ask him questions.
Yeah, let's question him. Let's beat the shit out of him. Like, I thought you steal our stuff. Blah, 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 blah. That's how questioning works, right? Who are you?
Who do we have here?
Garleans? Traitors to your homeland! Have you no shame?
Oh, I forgot Lucia is a Garlean. Yeah, she's just her thing is just covered by her hair. I totally forgot. It's covered by the crown on her head. She's a Garlean.
I am Lucia Junius, a temple knight of Ishgard. And you are?
Julius Pier Norbanus. And that's all you invaders will get from me.
Hey, buddy. Shut the fuck up.
We are not here to invade Garlemald. Far from it.
Maybe I will fight him.
Like you, our allies in Eorzea and the Far East fight in defense of their lives and their loved ones even as we speak. But it is the people of Garlemald who have suffered most.
Smack him.
This we know. And that is why we have come to offer you our aid, that we may unite against our common foe.
You're thinking like that? Smack. Go blah blah. Don't make me pull out the Glock.
Whether you believe me or not, those are the facts. Now, answer me this. Why would a proud soldier of the Empire be reduced to stealing? The situation must be dire indeed for you to go to such lengths.
Yeah, bub.
If it is supplies you seek, we would gladly share ours. or turn a blind eye while you leave with your spoils.
I will not negotiate. My commander will determine how to deal with you and yours.
I'll
If you
fight
wish
you.
to treat with him, I will take you, but no more than 3.
I mean, hey, that's more than we were expecting. Let's do it. Worth it. Let's do it.
I don't much like the sound of that. But if we do accept his proposal, I suggest the 2 of us and...
Alpha now, or Alizé.
Please allow me and Alize to act as envoys.
May I ask why?
Yeah, why?
We have seen with our own eyes the hardships the Garleans face, how their futures and lives hang in the balance.
It's not the warmest invitation, but it's an opportunity to prove our intentions true. Maybe not a chance to make things right, but a chance to make them better.
I'm going with you. Because I'm the hero.
I can see that persuading you otherwise is a lost cause, but you will proceed with the utmost care.
Yes.
Couple of children and what? A sellsword? Is this an insult?
Boy, I'm not afraid to schmack you, my guy.
Not in the least. You will find that they are more than qualified to speak on our behalf.
I'm literally the hero of the world. You will respect my title as God Human.
There are many dangers
Even though I'm not even a
on
human.
the road ahead. I will need that back.
Need what back? Huh? Oh, your sword. Okay. Dude, if you try to come at me, dude, I'm not afraid to go and do the stabby stab on you. I'm not afraid to do the stabby stab. You won't like it when I do the stabby stab. Okay, I gotta on. Which one are we on? 16? 16. There we go. Change our pants back. Alright. You will be received as invited guests, and so I urge you to observe proper social etiquette and conduct yourselves accordingly. Your safe return takes a precedence above all else. Remember this. Thancred, in particular, will be worried sick if you're gone too long. May the Fury watch over and keep you. Okay, Julius. Are you and your children ready? I will explain the route once we are outside your camp. Anyone attempts to follow us, we will judge it an act of hostility. We will not hesitate to take appropriate measures. I would expect nothing less. You have our full cooperation. You're lucky we need to talk to people. You're lucky, bub. Or I'd go and give you the big schmack. I want one of those as a mount. Alright, this is far enough. Listen carefully. We'll head over that hill and follow the road until we reach Liminal Station 4. George in the lead, I want you to where I can see you. We do have names, you know. I'm Alizé and this is Alf now. And last but not least, there's Bella. Bella. I've never heard that before. No matter. Alpha now and Alizé will watch the road ahead while we bring up the rear. Wasn't lying about there being many dangers, so you're to run, not saunter, or you're to run, not saunter, run towards the station. If you even think about going for your weapon, the deal's off. Should any creatures by the way, we go around them. Choose to depart with Julius accompanying you, and yep. Don't fall behind. Ready to make for a dash for the station? Let's do it. Go. Just keep on going. Got the bear. Going this way. I'm glad they were able to just walk past that bear. If I did, I'd get aggroed on me. But what about that refugee up there? What about that refugee? Bye, refugee. Guess we're gonna leave that. We're gonna leave that person to die. Fuck them in particular. Let's not draw attention. Let's just keep on keeping on. Run this way. Not to get aggroed. Okay, we made it to the station, my guy. Julius? Julius? This is it. The first stop, that is. Good. Looks like your friends knew better than to follow us. Are these your headquarters? No, we're just stopping here so I can check the first pursuers. Since it appears you've kept to your side of the bargain, we can carry on. That's smart. I will say that is smart. North of the station is Regalio Domorum, one of the main residential areas, or at least it was. The afflicted roam the streets in packs. They'll tear us to shreds if given the chance. Keep close, no wandering off, understood? New chiz. Want them chiz. Them shiz. Luncheon toadskin shoes. Got any shiz? Okay. Sadly, once again, we can't change our glamour plate. Anywho, Julius, last bastion. From here, we'll be heading northeast. Keep to the left of the railway. While the route itself is straightforward, getting past the hordes unseen is anything but. Keep your weapons at the ready. They would attack their own countrymen. Aye, they spare their own, but slaughter the rest without hesitation. We'll try to avoid detection. The chances of sneaking by completely unnoticed are slim at best. I'll lead the way, but in the event we are seen, you have to fight them off. Those two will follow us, provided they can refrain from drawing their weapons. While I doubt they would be foolish enough to stab their guide in the back, they will not take that chance. With that said, let us proceed. Eat more food. Let's eat this honey croissants. Croissant. So many big boys everywhere. So many big lad. Look at these guys. The Jotun. Okay, let's go get them. Vu, where are you? There you are. Get on out here. Kick some booty. You think your defenses mean anything to me? Fucking die. Fucking die. Want a big attack? I'll give you a big attack. But I'm a boopa. Bah. Julius? See why your commander chose you. Julius, our contingent has a cure for the afflicted, or tempered as we call them. The people would need to be taken into custody that we may administer the treatment. They would eventually regain their sanity. Is that so? For all I know, your treatment would simply force them to forsake one master for another. As I and my legion are concerned, they are no longer our people. They're beyond saving. Those who thought differently and tried to reason with them were butchered for their bleeding hearts. Come, we have to keep moving. Okay, if you say so. Wow, I was gonna go and do another Gizzle Green really quick. Keep Vu out longer. Okay, this way. More enemies, more things to kill. More things to kill with my sword. I'm paralyzed. Goodbye. Okay, Julius. It's like we're not being followed. We will continue onward. There's some my guy. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. We just keep going. Dead ones. I meant to say what I said. These people deserve only death. Stayed my hand before only out of a desire to remain undiscovered. That is still the high priority. We should continue to avoid any unnecessary confrontations. Keep following the railway. Okay, keep following the railway. We will do just that. I'll stay right on top of the railway and just keep going. No plus quests yet in Garlemald. Once we do all the plus quests, I'll go off stream and get all the normal Aether Currents. Make things a little bit easier when it comes to flying. Ew. Tentacle boys. What's up, tentacle boys? Okay, Julius. Look at what they have become. Would you still stand there and claim that they can be cured? Maybe not these ones. Those exposed to a vast quantity of primal aether may suffer severe corruption. With treatment, such victims are beyond salvation. And you admit it. Now that you have seen those monstrosities for yourself, perhaps you will think twice before speaking of a cure. Fine, bitch. Okay. Down we go. New location discovered. We're almost level 86. We're almost max level. We're almost there. You've kept your side of the agreement, so I'll keep mine. This way. You better keep yours. We're already here. This is Tertium, one of Garlemald's largest stations. Now serves as our headquarters. Already sent the twins ahead. I will be with you soon, so wait for me at the bottom of the stairs. Okay, bub. Theodora. Here we are. Here we are. In the last bastion. I need to see why they chose this as their base of operations. They could have done a lot worse. Even so, I imagine it's not the easiest place to live. Indeed. And if Guy and Julius was willing to make the perilous journey to Camp Broken Glass in search of food, the supplies must be all but exhausted. It may be shielded from the wind and snow, but it's still bitterly cold. Much like Victor's spoils, it must be a constant struggle to keep their people warm. Though your voices, when you are here as my guests, the others will not take kindly to your presence. My commander is in the locomotive, over there. Okay. Thank you, sir. Sir Julius. Julius. Commander. Imposing commander. That's just it, just imposing commander.
These are their chosen representatives.
Very well. Let us hear what they have to say.
I like his voice. I like his voice a lot.
Yes, sir.
Very well. Stays facing wall.
I present to you our commander, Lord Quintus Van Kina, Legatus of the First Legion.
Ooh, Lord Quintus Van Kina.
The first? I had no idea you had survived.
Interesting.
We lost our emperor, our city, more than half our troops. For my wounds, I may never take the field again. But we survived, aye.
Interesting.
In a manner much to your liking, I dare say.
We have no intention of adding to your misfortunes, nor do we bear you any ill will.
Spare me. Though you children may speak in earnest, overtures of peace ever ring hollow in my ears. So long as man stands to profit from his neighbor's suffering, war is inevitable. Driven from our ancestral homeland into this blasted waste. Yet still you yearned to rob us of our paltry scraps.
We're here to help you,
It was
my
only
boy.
with Magitech that you learned to keep your distance. Though we knew it was only a matter of time before you regrouped and returned. Conquest and empire were our only defenses. Emperors Solus and Varus understood this, and through their campaigns saw us grow and prosper. Much blood has been spilled in Garlemald's name, aye. But if it is a choice between yours and mine, then it is hardly a choice at all.
My guy, you're the one invading lands and trying for conquest. We're defending ourselves.
I do not deny that a great many conflicts throughout history were driven by the desire or necessity to gain by another's loss. That is not why we are here. Nor have we come to petition your aid in the war with the Telophoroi, grave though that threat may be. Our purpose is simply this. We wish to help you. Let us help you. If there is aught that can be done to ease your plight, we would be glad to do it.
We're here to sure, we're helping you, but in reality, we're helping ourselves by helping you. So let us help you so we help ourselves, helping you.
Perhaps you would. But regardless of the ideals you espouse, your leaders would not send an army into Garlemald if they did not stand to benefit.
Yeah, we'd be helping ourselves.
If we accept their aid, they will expect their efforts to be rewarded once the Telophoroi are no longer a threat.
No, we'd just be taking out the Telophoroi headquarters, and all the other towers would be easier to take care of, and yada yada yada.
And after compensation and concessions, the great empire would be brought to heel. Her enemies rejoice at her downfall. Our third eye, a mark of shame.
No, we just don't want you to fuck with us anymore.
We won't stand idly by and let your people be humiliated. And we're not alone in that. We only want to make a difference, to make this world of ours better. Surely you can understand that. What I'm trying to say is, there are so many people who just don't care about making you suffer.
It's true. We genuinely don't give a shit.
Maybe that's almost insulting after all the suffering you feel the world has subjected your people to, but believe it or not, that's the truth. And now we're here, and all we're asking is for you to tell us what you want, what you hope for.
So much blood has been shed, so much lost. All because of this endless war. Who wouldn't want to end it?
It's true.
Can we not work together to face our problems as one?
Answer me this, young peacemakers. If a world without conflict is your desire, why reject the unity and prosperity of Garlemald?
Because you're trying to conquest the entire world, and it's not okay. It's called freedom.
Is it because we do not share your faith?
No, it's because we don't share yours.
That we do not share your heritage?
What we care about is ourselves.
That our ideals and virtues differ? That we cherish and hold in the highest that which you do not?
You want an empirical dictatorship, my dude. You want to control everyone. No, fuck you.
Disparity is the root of discord, and peace built on compromise is flawed and fleeting. Happiness for one and all is a dream, and the reality is that to the victor go the spoils. That is why we Garleans will never submit nor surrender. For freedom and for pride, we will remain true to ourselves until the bitter end. That is my hope. It seems there is nothing more to say on the matter.
You're a fucker. You're a fucker, my dude. Now you're holding
You will
arms
remain
against
here
us.
while I decide what is to be done with you. Do not be alarmed. No harm will come to you. If you
I hope you realize this is a declaration of war, my dude. We haven't raised our hands against you at all. And now you're doing it to us?
We will not resist. However, as your guests, I ask that we be allowed to speak with the other members of your group.
As you wish. I had no intention of locking you up, as by dawn you would be frozen stiff and you're no good to me dead. You are free to move about the encampment, but there is one condition.
What? You're already imprisoning
Follow
us.
them.
Wow. Literal slave collars, dude.
What are these?
Literal terrible people.
Incentive. You'll be watched at all times. Stray too far or act suspiciously, and we will administer a rather painful shock.
Literal slave collars.
Stop. Keep away from that one. The champion of Eorzea is not so easily cowed.
Yeah, dude, I'd fuck you up. I'll fuck you up, dude.
Even if she allowed herself to be collared, the shock would be no more than an itch. No. If she refuses to obey, we will activate the twins' restraints instead.
You, sir, are a bitch.
You needn't worry about us.
We'll forget we're even wearing them soon enough.
Even now, you still... Why go to such lengths? What is it all for?
For fucking peace in the world that you don't want, apparently. 'Cause even the most bitter adversary may one day see reason. On the coldest, darkest of blackest of nights, meager though it may be, we will share the warmth of our fire. Yes, yes. Poetry. Oh! Harshafont! Quoted by Harshafont, dude. Oh!
You are a curious one.
Oh!
A far cry from the merciless barbarian others paint you to be. You will be their warden. Take them away.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Julius. Personae non gratae. Per Lord Quintus's instructions, I am to supervise you during your time here in Tertrum. Were you asked? No, I do not have a key or any other means to remove your collars, nor do I tell you if I did. And if you try anything, you'll soon wish you hadn't. So, do you truly intend to speak with the others, or was that merely a ruse? We're in no hurry to disobey Lord Quintus. That's what you mean. Or perhaps you doubt the wisdom of his decision. As you will, but remember, I'll be watching you. If I catch wind of you doing anything untoward, trying to trick our people into turning their coats and the like, those shot collars would be the least of your worries. Understood? Though we're somewhat compromised, to put it lightly, let's not waste this opportunity. I suggest splitting up and learning what we can of their situation. And above all else, don't use magics of any sort. It's true. You, on the other hand, may go wherever so you wish, even outside the camp. I know full well I couldn't stop you if I tried. But do not forget, if you do anything to endanger us or our interests, Alfnau and Alizé will pay the price. I'm just talking to people, my dude. Octavia. It's you, Bella Estera. I served under Lord Gaius of the 14th Legion. I was there on the night of the Praetorium fell. Ooh. You and your adventurers, you killed them. My comrades, my friends, set them aside in the dirt, their dozens, as if they were nothing to you. Maybe I am too, just another faceless enemy to be cut down. But it won't be long until our countrymen return, until you get what you deserve. Mark my words. Dude, Gaius is alive. You know this, right? We didn't kill him. Sabinius. You should have anus in your name. So cold. Younger soldier is on the verge of losing consciousness. Yes, anus in his name. Marcellinus. I know who you are, the so-called champion Eorzea. Come to gloat, have you? I'll wipe that smirk off your face. The blood of our fallen compatriots, I swear I'll... Yeah. Tore the sutures. Tore the sutures. Of all the times, the worst of the lots within striking distance, and I can't even muster the strength. If it weren't for the thirds bleeding up, if it weren't for the third bleeding us, you'd be the end of you. We'd be the end of you. Virgilia's treachery nearly cost Lord Quintus his life. We made our escape, took shelter in a mansion, tended to the wounded, and we prepared to strike back. And then night fell, and we gathered around the radio. Then the roar, the terrible roar. Capital was in chaos, but we were spared. You can call this a mercy, mind intact, body broken, soldier in name alone. Cut you down in there if I could. Murder. You know, fuck you too, buddy. Match check radio. Radio is the same model as the one used in Victor's spoils. Perhaps it is what saved the soldiers here from being tempered. Queso. Like the cheese. Get it? Cheese. Oh. Oh, a snowman. So you came with Julius, didn't you? Well, whatever business brought you here, you best keep your hands off the Aetherite. It's deactivated, but I'd rather you didn't mess about with it. There are others throughout the city, but built by Gallians for Gallians. You could teleport all over in the blink of an eye, provided there was a terminal nearby. These days, however, we use the Aetherite's power to keep the place lit, though that comes at the cost of its normal function. Makes sense. Not in here. In one next door. All for now. Did you learn anything of note? Your findings are consistent with my own. Their plight is desperate indeed. Sick and the injured are at greatest risk. Without warmth and proper nutrition, I fear they will soon perish. I realize there is precious little we can do for them at present, but I cannot bear to see them suffer. Please, will you help me tend to them? Okay, I will tend to the ones all over here. Assist Flavius. Assisting. Who? Get off that one. Stop standing on them. Who's there? My eyes, I can't see all that well. Thank you. The numbness has subsided a little bit. But I know I won't last much longer. You can look to the others who can still fight. Give them my ration. Going hungry means someone else lives to see another day, so be it. At least I can still serve in that way. Ooh, stop stepping on people. So those you met fare no better. I was afraid you would say that. I know we were warned against meddling in their affairs, but we can't leave them like this. Perhaps we might gain permission to have the contingent deliver supplies. Quintus may have made his feelings on the matter quite clear, but even he must recognize they are not in a position to refuse help. Maybe Julius could persuade him, though we need to persuade Julius first. Hey Julius, your people are dying. You want supplies to help? You were gonna steal them anyways. Well, seen enough. Julius, the people here have barely enough food and fuel to survive. Have you and the other soldiers been able to procure any more supplies? We've been scavenging provisions from nearby houses, as most families kept some stored away in the event we were snowed in. Still, going out and getting it is dangerous work, and we have a lot of mouths to feed. Fuel is the greater concern, though. We had some ceruleum set aside until it was stolen. We haven't identified the culprit. Could have been the other refugees, or one of the afflicted for all we know. Either way, we're down to our last dreg. Without the heating they need, those in poor health are only going to get worse instead of better. If it's ceruleum you need, our contingent has secured a steady supply. You can have some sent over. We will not accept your charity. We can hold on a little longer. The situation is sure to change. Aye, everything will change. One of your comrades mentioned something along those lines. Those mysterious countrymen of yours, I assume? Yeah. Heard something of it, have you? Well, from what I've seen, there's little you could do to interfere, so there's no harm in telling you. One of our scouts spotted a hooded man issuing instructions to the afflicted, or in the bastard's words, loyal servants of the Telephori. Then he made his way inside the Imperial Palace, or what stands in its place. We identified the seat of the enemy's power. We realized Lord Quintus dispatched a messenger to the 10th Legion saying as much, and instructing them to join forces with the Provincial Legions. to prepare for a combined assault on the Telephorai. Once our allies arrive, your contingent will be sent running for the hills. Then we shall reclaim the capital by our own hands. And how do you intend to survive them in the meantime? At this rate, many of our countrymen will perish long before reinforcements reach Garlemald. They need help now. Say the word and we'll bring you ceruleum. It's true. I will speak with Lord Quintus. So, did he agree to it? Of course not. No, he will only place Garlemald in the dead of her enemies. He will never place Garlemald in the dead of her enemies. I have, however, been ordered to search the ceruleum outside. As you are under my watch, you will come with me. Very well. After all, many hands make light work. You lot are more trouble than you're worth. We haven't done anything. We literally haven't done anything. Once you're outside, you will follow my instructions to the letter. We depart shortly. Okay. If you say so, sir. Up. Okay, so I think that's where we're actually gonna end it today. I was gonna stream for a little bit longer, then I realized I should probably eat before my tournament today. So I'm gonna eat before I get ready. And yeah, Ashes, Andy, Casey, thank you all so much for hanging out. Tomorrow I will be streaming Casey. Tomorrow I'll be streaming after work. I think Casey.